Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Osweiler's Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Bortles. Now he'll let it go deep left. He's got a man complete. And he is knocked down from the side. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. And even 50 yards. Bortles now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Simeon. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Paul Puslosny able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll put it in the hands of their receiver, Sanders. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Bortles now on first down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. Bortles to throw on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Indeed going for it. Simeon. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hurns with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Henning. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Here's Simeon. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Bortles, eluding the pressure right. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. 3rd down here.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bortles going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is an example of good defense here. He's got nobody open down the field, so he does the right thing and tries to check it down to his running back out of the backfield. But a lot of times, you just expect the safety valve to be open. And here, that's not the case, and it turns into an interception.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
No, check. Right, here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go now. Blue 90.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. 20. Sanders has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Let's go.
On first down, it's Simeon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Simeon going to rush his guys to the line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run Anderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They passed it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, here's Bortles. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. They got his man, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final shot before break. Simeon. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So now with the late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here. Here's Simeon, and his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down following the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second and 10, Simeon again. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On first down, Simeon. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, Simeon. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Here's Kelly, flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the end around, this is Thomas. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. To return it is Corey Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. The loop, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Bortles to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down throw, Simeon. It's caught to Charles. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. Over. Here we go now.
Getting the call is Anderson running left. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 47-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here? And what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Let's go. Green, watch him now, Barney. Switch.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Let's go. Detroit. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Simeon. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. To throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run. And now a first down following that long gain. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Wolfe in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. This is caught. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Shift together here from the D-line. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and goal. One final try now for Bortles. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Simeon now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
All right, here we go.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on third down, Simeon. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Fournette, a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good.